Hi, I'm Sharyn Rothstein. I'm the playwright of Bad Books.
And I'm Nick Chase. I'm the director of Bad Books.
So, a few years, right, as we were coming out of the worst of the COVID epidemic, I was really tracking the news stories of the parents' rights movement that was kind of erupting at school council meetings across the country. And at the same time, the book banning efforts that were starting to come out at libraries, both school libraries and local libraries around the country. And I just started thinking about how we have these stereotypes of librarians being these kind of mousy, retiring women. And actually, these women that I was reading about were standing up for freedom against censorship. They were standing up for their communities. They were standing up for the children in their communities. And I was so inspired to write a really badass librarian. And that was the genesis of the play. And then I knew I needed to give her a counterweight, another character in the play that would be as kind of fully human and invested and passionate as my librarian was. And so that's how the mother character was born. And then I put the two of them in a room together, and the fireworks just erupted.
Well, I think one of the things that really intrigued me by Sharyn's beautiful play Bad Books is the fact that our two primary characters, our mother and our librarian, have the same objective, which in drama we don't often see two characters, two primary characters sharing the same objective. That objective is to protect the communities that they live in and the children within that community. And I think beyond that point, their definition of what protection is and how to affect protection diverge very differently. And I think that's what we're seeing these days in our communities. People have the same desire to protect the community, but vastly different ways in which they believe that that can go about and be produced. I think one of the things that Sharyn has given us is a story about people who are capable of change. The mother in this story goes through a very painful sort of progress throughout this, and in doing so has a lot of realizations and becomes more herself, I believe, by the end of this story. And what I hope people walk away with is recognizing the human's capacity to change. And the second part of that is we are only able to change and be vulnerable enough in order to change when the circumstances that we are in are caring circumstances in which we feel that we can change. And I think what we really see here is a story about people who are only able to change because of the environment that they're in and the communities that they surround themselves by.
What I hope audiences take from the play is I hope, first of all, that they are moved. I hope that they laugh. And I hope that it gives them a real sense of community in coming together to watch a play that is very much about how people on different sides of the aisle, people with different belief systems, people who may seem at first blush to be very different from each other, when you stop and you really listen to each other and you respect the innate humanity in each other, that's really the only way we're going to move forward as a community. And I hope that that inspires people, and I hope it resonates with them.